Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the internet's most fiercely debated culinary mysteries, the secret behind Raising Cane's legendary dipping sauce. Listen, if you know, you know. This peppery, tangy, salmon pink concoction has an absolute chokehold on fast food fans. So let's get into it and see exactly how a closely guarded corporate secret morphed into a massive open source obsession. For years, this recipe was the ultimate trade secret. We're talking strict non-disclosure agreements, unlabeled spice blends, and managers mixing batches behind closed doors. But what actually happens when a classified recipe leaks to the internet? Well, rumor has it an angry employee decided to blow the lid off the whole operation online. And naturally, that sparked a massive wave of home cooks rushing to their kitchens to see if the hype was actually real. The initial shock was completely palpable. The YouTube channel One Shorts Later really hit the nail on the head, pointing out that when this supposed recipe was posted, the internet completely lost it. Why? Because the ingredients sounded way too normal. People just couldn't believe this magical, crave-worthy sauce was made from basic pantry staples. Well, at least until they started mixing it up and tasting that undeniable fast food magic for themselves.
Section 1. Unmasking the secret ingredients. Let's look at what food detectives across the internet have actually uncovered about the components.
So, the baseline consensus across all these recipe hackers is surprisingly simple. Picture this: a heavy mayonnaise base making up about 75% of the sauce. Next, you add a solid splash of ketchup, roughly 20%, which gives it that signature rosy pink color and a little sweet tang. Finally, that remaining 5%, that's where the magic happens. A sliver of Worcestershire sauce for deep umami, and a highly debated blend of spices. But hold on, let's zoom in on that 75% mayo base, because the internet is deeply divided here. The blog I Am a Food Blog swears that to nail that heavy-duty restaurant texture, you absolutely have to use Kewpie mayo, which uses extra egg yolks for a thicker, richer base. But on the other side of the aisle, the food hussy insists the specific tanginess of Duke's mayo is completely non-negotiable for authenticity. Both sides are incredibly confident, proving that even the most basic ingredient is up for intense interpretation. And this brilliantly illustrates the conflicting clues about the final flavor kick. It's a total culinary Wild West out there. I Am a Food Blog theorizes you need a dash of light soy sauce and freshly ground coarse telecherry pepper. Meanwhile, the food hussy claims Laurie's seasoned salt is the secret weapon you literally cannot skip. And the updated 2026 guide, they throw lemon juice and garlic powder into the ring to balance the acidity. Section 2, the copycat interrogation. The mystery deepens even further when we check out a wild Reddit thread where users scored a massive cup of the sauce right before closing time. In the comments, an alleged employee entered the interrogation room trying to set the record straight, claiming the sauce is made of ketchup, mayo, Worcester sauce, Louisiana hot sauce, and various spices. Notice that addition? Louisiana hot sauce. For a second, it seemed like the missing link had finally been revealed by an insider. But nope. That theory was instantly shut down by confident internet sleuths. Another user quickly fired back, saying there's absolutely no hot sauce in it. It just goes to show that even when someone claiming to be an insider speaks up, the community will aggressively scrutinize it. The debate surrounding this stuff is just relentless. Section 3. The shelf life debate. So, say you successfully make a massive batch at home. How long can you safely keep it in your fridge? Well, Reddit detectives were totally all over the place with this, tossing out numbers from a few days to several months, but breaking down the most reliable data, here's the real timeline. At 24 hours, the sauce hits its absolute peak flavor profile. A former manager chimed in, confirming the restaurant uses a strict 7-day health code label. For homemade batches, the vinegar in the ketchup preserves it up to 14 days maximum. And that 3-month lifespan someone suggested? Yeah, that is a highly dangerous myth you should definitely ignore when dealing with egg-based mayo. Section 4. The verdict and the 24-hour secret. Now, what's really interesting here is that despite all of these heated ingredient debates, there is one ultimate, indisputable secret to the formula. First, here is the universally agreed upon baseline recipe. While specific brands might vary, you need mayonnaise for the creamy base, ketchup for tangy sweetness, Worcestershire sauce for deep savory flavor, garlic powder for warmth, black pepper for that signature kick, and salt to enhance it all. These are completely accessible pantry staples you probably have sitting in your kitchen right now. But just mixing them together isn't enough. The crucial point here, the thing that takes it from a weird mix of condiments to tasting exactly like Raising Cane's, is the number 24. You absolutely must let your homemade sauce rest in the fridge for a full 24 hours. Reviewers from the kitchen confirmed this resting period is a non-negotiable step. They found the store won't even serve a batch unless it's been in the fridge for at least 24 hours. Letting it rest seriously works because it forces the flavors to perfectly mingle and coalesce into that authentic fast food magic. If you taste it immediately, you're going to be disappointed. Wait a day, and you're transported straight to the drive-thru. So you've got the clues, you have the core ingredients, and most importantly, you know the 24-hour technique. The greatest fast food mystery wasn't about exotic ingredients at all. It was literally just about patience. Which leaves just one final delicious question for your own kitchen. Now that you have the classified formula, what are you going to dip in your homemade batch? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.